The FNAF series is complicated. There have been so many details and conflicting statements that make the game practically unsolvable, but that hasn't stopped us. We fight through the anarchy and try to piece together the story of Five Nights at Freddy's. And while Matpat has done a complete timeline up until Ultimate Custom Night, we've had some more information come to light thanks to the security breach trailers and the Fazbear Frights stories. So let's take a look at the new updated timeline and the real lore behind Five Nights at Freddy's. Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm Connor Monroe, and if you like FNAF, be sure you hit subscribe because so do we. We pump it out on like a daily basis. The missing children's incident from the first game is the first event in the timeline, and Susie was the first of those children, with William luring her into the back room saying that he found her dog and that he's still alive. Then he kills her and hides the corpse in the Chica suit. William then lures Gabriel, Jeremy, Fritz, and Cassidy, not in that order, to the same room and does the same thing. William then expands his crime by opening up Circus Baby's Pizza World, where his daughter Elizabeth gets grabbed by Baby Day 1 and possesses her, resulting in the restaurant being closed after its first day. Not only that, but the same week, or maybe after, but knowing the series it's probably going to be the same week, Crying Child gets chomped by Fredbear, resulting in him getting put in the hospital on life support, fighting for his life in a coma, when we see the events of FNAF 4 take place where Crying Child is fighting for his life against nightmare versions of the characters he once loved, and has the plug pulled at the end so his father can put him back together. We then get the events of FNAF 2, where after the reputation-destroying missing children's incident, Freddy's reopens with new animatronics that are meant to scan for predators and criminals. However, they aren't programmed to scan for William because guess what? Yep, he made the goddamn robots to begin with, so that's not gonna happen. Then in that location in 1987, another group of killings occurs as we see in the Foxy Go 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 minigame, and the Bite of 87 removes someone's frontal lobe, most likely Jeremy, and then the location closes as well. Now at this point, it's worth noting that Foxy Bro is most likely still a teenager at this point, since he's living with his father and hanging out at a kid's pizzeria with his friends. So we need a protagonist for the first 2 and most likely 3 games. The character we play as is most likely Henry, William's co-founder and father to Charlotte, the puppet, who ends up getting killed after all the missing children outside of Fredbear's family diner. This idea comes from Orville Elephant in Ultimate Custom Night, who says, "He tried to release you, he tried to release us, but I won't let that happen. I will keep you here, I will hold you here, no matter how many times they burn us." Which has to be referring to Henry, since he tried to free William in the FNAF 6 Fire, which is the game that's just before this one. Which would then mean he tried to release the other souls in FNAF 3, in the Happiest Day minigame along with the other minigames, and tried to do so in the first 2 games, hence why he gets fired for tampering with the animatronics before he fully understands how fire works. This isn't canon and it's not confirmed, but it would make more sense than these games taking place a decade after, where all like the minigames and stuff, when Michael would be an adult. Then we see the events of FNAF 3, when Springtrap gets released and the security guard releases the original 5 missing children like we see in the Happiest Day minigame. We then move to sister location where we see Springtrap survived and Michael is revealed to be a robot. Sorry, is implanted with Ennard and becomes a robot, and survives after vomiting out Ennard spaghetti. Michael then goes on to own the FNAF 6 pizzeria and stays when Henry burns it at the end of the game, releasing Elizabeth, Michael, Charlotte, Ennard's multiple souls, and William. However, this is where the new information comes in. Until now, we thought that after this fire, William went to Hell or Purgatory, which is where Ultimate Custom Night takes place. But thanks to the Fazbear Frights book Fetch, which was originally meant to be the final book in the series, and the story in The Man in Room 1280, it shows us what really happened. Firstly, it proves that William did not die in FNAF 3, something that I have said multiple times and that people in the comments were heavily disagreeing with, because I was saying he wasn't an animatronic because he was still a human, he was just being helped by robotic parts, and you know what, I was right. And it shows us how William didn't die in the FNAF 6 Fire. How, you ask? Being possessed by the spirit of one of his victims. This spirit was actively keeping him alive in order to keep him suffering in our world. But in the story of The Man in Room 1280, he ends up leaving William's body and possessing the Stitch Wraith along with someone else. So William is able to dine. After a nurse brings him to a Fazbear Entertainment warehouse, he explodes and possesses a hard drive which gets scanned before help wanted, thus resulting in Glitch Trap. This story shows us that Ultimate Custom Night doesn't take place in Hell like we originally thought, but inside William's mind while he's in the hospital, much like Crying Child, which is poetic in a way, and serves as another way to prove that Crying Child is William's kid. From that point, Tape Girl from Help Wanted breaks William's essence into 16 pieces, which we reassemble while trying to figure out how to get rid of him. Also, shouldn't have included the whole don't reassemble these tapes on the first one, or on the last one. You should have done it on the first one so that we would know. And you put that tape somewhere specific so that we know we find it, and then you pick it up and it's like, don't collect these tapes. And you're like, okay. Us reassembling these tapes, however, gives William enough power to take over our mind, no matter what we do. The same thing presumably happens with Tape Girl, which is generally assumed to be Vanny from Security Breach. But before Security Breach comes the FNAF augmented reality game Special Delivery, which adds to the lore using hidden emails that we weren't supposed to see, but we do, and then we read them, because we're kinda scummy. It also adds a whole load of random animatronics that I'm not even gonna get into. These reveal that someone known as Nessie is acting weird, googling how to induce compliance in human subjects one minute and then help the next, indicating to us that this Nessie, or Vanessa, is under William's control but is also fighting back. It also tells us that some animatronics are acting weird, perhaps alluding to the animatronics from Special Delivery being under William's control as well, or just the ones from Security Breach. And then after Special Delivery comes Security Breach, and while this game hasn't been released yet, we have an idea of what might happen. We seem to think that William will escape his game in spirit code form and get his consciousness into some robot endoskeleton, resulting in the arm we see at the end of the gameplay trailer. And we know that Glamrock Freddy will be helping us, and might be betraying us at some point, and some think that Chica will help as well. But other than that, there isn't really much that we know about this game, but there are plenty of theories surrounding the series and the new games. So be sure you check out the top 10 scary FNAF Security Breach theories list if you want to know more. There's also going to be a day and night cycle. I'm pretty sure that was proven. There's like texts with a Steel Wool Studios employee that got leaked or something like that. So yes, it's gonna happen. I called it. It happened. Go check out the videos so you see I did it. And that's the Freddy story so far. Well, in a general sense. I didn't dive into the nitty gritty, but if you'd like to see a video about everything confirmed for the series, be sure you let me know down below in the comments. I can look into everything that Scott has deemed canon, or theories that he's confirmed, but until then, I'll respond to some comments from previous videos. Abad Jr. 27 said, "Yo, my man's Connor Monroe, we need more animatronic facts." Yo? We've made so many animatronic facts lists. Who else could we do? Like Grim Foxy maybe? Are there even 10 facts about Grim Foxy? I don't know. Let me know what others we should do if you're watching this, or literally anyone else in the comments, please, because like my brain hurts from FNAF. I can't think properly. That Omalatsane said, "Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate." Hopefully that didn't get us demonetized, but yes, that's the song I was referring to in the intro. But I legit didn't know the other line, like, I just knew that you are a pirate. So thank you, because it was really bugging me. I couldn't really make the whole Foxy thing work with it, but thank you. Sleepy said, "Connor, who's your favorite FNAF character?" Mine is Withered Bonnie. I like Grim Foxy, honestly. He's pretty sick. I mean, like, he'll kill me in the maze for some reason, which is kind of rude, but I mean, like, he's alright. But like, Nightmare is also terrifying, both like awesome, like, he's awesome and terrifying, and like, he got like, the design is cool, but it also makes me my pants. I don't know. Nightmare Foxy and Friends said, "These aren't scary facts." Anything with scary in the title has got to be taken with a grain of salt, okay? Scary is a general term, and what's scary to me may not be scary to you. For example, I'm arachnophobic, but some people like spiders for some reason. So a list about scary spiders would make me myself, but not those people. They would find it interesting. Scary is subjective, so just because you don't find the fact that Foxy isn't actually trying to save you and just lures you into a false sense of security so well, in fact, that he had people convinced he was trying to help scary, doesn't mean that it isn't. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And how are facts supposed to be scary if they aren't like real life serial killers anyway? Hey, like, take it with a grain of salt, because I'm taking it with like 14 pounds of salt right now. That's all the time we have for comments today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure you hit like and subscribe for daily gaming content, and ring that bell to join the clan and level up. And be sure to check out our last FNAF video where I talk about how Chuck E. Cheese could become a real life Freddy Fazbear's. The link to that is in the iCard, and yeah, click it. It's fun. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been and shall remain Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video. The first incident in the Five Nights at Freddy's story is the missing children's God damn. I don't know what to do anymore. Crying child gets... I'm working! Please! Okay, I'm sorry about that one, editor. I'm so sorry. Tess, probably. I'm so sorry.